Hi, I'm Micah, and I have 35 days to lose 23.6 pounds. It's October 26th, and I weighed in at 225.9 pounds. For lunch today, I had a chuck steak with 4 poached eggs, seared in grass-fed beef tallow, and I placed it on top of a pretty big pat of grass-fed butter, which you can see peeking through the middle of that chuck steak. That yellow in the middle, that's butter down there. Today was a rest day as far as exercise goes, a Saturday, so I went to the park and walked for about an hour today in the sun. That was this morning. And while I was there, an older man came out and he started hitting golf balls. And I kind of avoided him because I didn't want to get hit by a golf ball. But after a little while, I realized he was just doing little chip shots, maybe 20, 30 yards. So I finally went and talked to him just before I finished walking. Turns out he's 81 years old and he's out there just practicing his swing, playing golf for about 40 years, but he's still learning how to do his swing. So he described all about golf swing mechanics and how he's trying to improve. And I found it inspiring to see an 81-year-old man out there trying to improve on something and learn a new skill. Even though he's been doing this for 40 years, he's still trying to improve and getting some enjoyment, getting outdoors, doing exercise. I want to be there when I'm his age. And I told him he looked great for an 81-year-old, and he kind of shook his head. But he said his wife, she's 79, and she goes to the gym like every day and is walking and working out. And so obviously a very healthy couple together, very active lifestyles, which I told him I thought was great. It was neat because you run into people sometimes, you don't know how they're going to be. I was nervous about approaching him because I was going to make sure that I wasn't in his way. And it turned out he was super nice and really made me feel good. Like, just talking to him, he just came off as very warm and personable. And I could have talked with him longer, but I didn't want to interrupt his practice too long. So it was a short conversation, but a conversation that made me feel like, you know what, there are some really good humans out there. So that was a nice part of my walk. The other thing I'm noticing is that things don't bother me as much. It's not that I don't feel the same feelings. I still have negative thoughts and have sadness sometimes. But in the past, it's like I wouldn't be able to get out of that quickly. So now when I have a thought that kind of makes me sad, my mind seems much more able to bring reason to meet that emotion and kind of just talk through it in my head and get over it and just be like, okay, I'm moving on. So things that used to be moods that would last a whole day or a whole week, it's like I'm able to have a mood that bothers me for a little while and then just work my way through it and then move on to something else. It's not something that drags me down for the whole day or affects the way I do other things. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's the diet or the exercise or just seeing all the progress in my life. I am feeling definitely more hopeful, and it's almost like a feeling of hope and faith that what I'm doing is actually leading somewhere that I want to go. And so I have a patience with it. Other times I tried to get healthier, I would fall off the wagon by now because no matter the progress I was seeing, I would always feel like it's going to take too long. And it was like I was always white knuckling, trying to hold on to the diet that I was doing. And I don't feel that at all. I feel like, yeah, it'll take time and it's no problem because I'm enjoying what I'm eating. Every single meal I enjoy, with some exceptions where it's not the greatest. But even when the meal's not that great, if I'm trying some weird thing with eggs or whatever, it still feels satisfying. And I feel like at least I ate something healthy. Like, I come away from that meal feeling good about what I am doing and what I've done. Whereas if I were to go off diet and try something and not enjoy it, it would be like, oh, I didn't enjoy that and I know it wasn't good for me. So it'd be like a double whammy. And even if I enjoyed it, afterwards I feel like, oh, that wasn't good for me. Why'd I do that? So it's just a clean feeling, like I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing my best is the feeling. And that feeling of knowing that I'm doing my best in at least this area is reassuring to me. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll make another video tomorrow.